Welcome to another video. You may be wondering why am I here and not filming gameplay, but it's a complex story. Let me explain the situation. Currently my Wi-Fi is kinda broken and T5 Tarantula has been released recently, which means that people are currently grinding for expensive gear just to tickle a new spider with a higher number, so the servers are loaded and lag is everywhere. This video will be about the Yeti sword and its purpose in the grand scheme of things. Have you ever wanted a Hyperion but couldn't get one because you don't have a spare fortune? Well, this sword is for you. It shoots a large projectile that deals high but unstable damage, all at a whopping cost of 60 mil. It excels at both long-range duels and close-range brawling. Overall, it is one of the main weapons in mage progression outside of dungeons, as it goes right after the Spirit Scepter and behind the Midas Staff. Also, it is a bridge between the super cheap and the more expensive than a planet territory, making it a great choice for early mid-game. It also has higher base ability damage than Hyperion. As you can see here, the ability damage is different. However, the Hyperion ability also grants a shield and teleports, which is very convenient. Now, I'd like to say that the Yeti sword has a huge skill ceiling and requires decent gear to be decent. Alright. Now it's time to see the sword in action. My Wi-Fi is a bit better now, so it's time to test the sword against multiple bosses of the Crimson Isle. It is not very good for bosses that heal fast because it has a 1-second cooldown. I am gonna test it against the Barbarian Duke X. The Barbarian Duke X is often grinded as it has a 100% chance to drop a slightly valuable shard. It is nullifying my attacks now for some reason that I don't understand. Time to fight it in close quarters. Alright, the boss packs quite a punch, which again is inconvenient as the Yeti sword has no shield and the arena for some reason is making my attacks worthless. At this point, I am starting to think about quitting the grind. Because this boss is literally cheating with bad area recognition and improper attack nullification. You can notice how I am inside the domain right now. Yeah, it's easy to die. But at least he got down to 60 mil health. Also, you may have seen my setup and how bad it is because it is temporary and was purchased for testing. Also, the goggles literally do half of the job. I'll cut the travel. So here we are again. I won't speed it up this time. This keeps making my attacks deal no damage. Honestly, I hate that I don't have a Hyperion to cheese it. Finally, Phase 2. It goes smoother right now, so I won't cut or speed it up. This is getting so annoying. I'll speed up the rest of the fight because it is very tedious and annoying to watch some idiot's attacks being nullified all the time. Short info break. I am here to say that there are timestamps to skip the boss fights in the description. The video will return soon. I am speeding it up a bit because the fight is boring. The fight goes on like forever, so I'll just cut it. Now it is time to test the weapon on a different boss. This time it'll be Bladesoul. Why isn't it here? I don't see it. Oh crap. Well, now you will see the fight. Meanwhile, enjoy the music. I'll cut the footage from here. I just cut like 3 minutes of the extremely boring fight. My verdict on this weapon is that it is crap for endgame content but is still mid-game king and is extremely underrated because 1M per hit for a 60mm weapon is insane, even though it gets outclassed by almost every more expensive weapon. For example, in terms of DPS, a giant sword will beat it, and a Midas sword or staff is gonna absolutely crush it. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video and want more.